Hello, everyone. I have a wonderful sister with me in here. She's a coach. We graduated from the same school, the coaching school, the SWOT Institute, and we did readings for each other the other day, which was very interesting. I really want you to meet Heather. She is Scriven. I let her introduce the name better than me. But I just thought, wow, how this universe work. We meet each other. We meet so many people in our journey. You don't even, in these days, you don't even have to be face to face. You become friends and sisters and supporters and uplifters of so many people out there just through the internet. So I want to introduce my friend, Heather Scriven. Hi, Heather.
Hello. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing? How are things going?
I'm good. Now that we got all connected up, I'm great.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm in the morning connecting to Zoom. I just thought it would be so interesting how it was interesting how Coffee Cup Coaching met Sol2Soul Toe reading. I just thought this is really fun. This is really amazing. And I don't think I ever heard of that before. And I'm sure many of the people I know, they don't know nothing about that. So let's talk about it. I'd like you to introduce this toe reading coaching, I guess. You call
Yes.
it coaching, reading?
Well,
because you coach me through it.
Yes. I went to the SWOT Institute as well, and I became a personal empowerment coach. And also I'm a master toe reader. And the two really work well for me together. So once I see someone's feet, so how I've been working my coaching is I'll actually ask the person to show me a picture of the feet, and then I can have some guidance to who they are and where they are in their life, and understand them on a deeper level, because the toes, the curvature of the toes, and each toe holds an element and a meaning. Mm-hmm. And so once I can look at the feet, then I can take and teach the person the meaning of what their feet are telling them, and the feet are the past. So once I see their life and touch base with them, then it's like we have a deeper connection. Mm-hmm. And then with the skills that I've learned with my coaching, they really work well to well. So that's why I kind of call it soul-to-soul coaching.
Yes. And I sent you the picture of my feet a while back before the Christmas, and we didn't get to be together to do readings till Sunday, was it, or Saturday, a couple days ago? Mm-hmm. So, and then I sent you another picture while you reading the older picture. So many things happened from that picture to that day. When I sent you that picture, it's like, wow, things have changed, you said. Mm-hmm. And you could see the difference just in the picture. So it is amazing. I was really amazed at what you can see. And I mean, you saw my whole life story in my toes. Boy, yeah. Big fat toes.
Yes, and when you learn about your feet and you learn just the basic introduction to the feet, then you can manicure your toenails, because your toenails are the belief system, and then the toes have the element and the curvature. So then you can learn to manicure your own feet. You can look at your own feet, and you can have messages every day. And so feet change all the time, just like we do. Our life changes every day. And we grow and we evolve, and our feet are teaching us that. We think they're just put on our body, just I don't know, but they're there every day. We put our socks on, or we're in our sandals, or Up here in Canada, of course, we're in our winter boots, but in the house we can have our bare feet, of course.
Right.
So a toe reader can learn a lot about a person. We can look at the feet for 15 seconds, and then we have to look away because it's none of our business. We have to be invited to look at the feet, touch the feet, and be in that energy, that sacred energy space. So together, the coaching and the toe reading work very well together.
Yeah.
So we just gather all these tools, right? Just like you've gathered all your tools.
I know, with the coffee cup grounds, with coffee grounds. It's amazing.
Yes.
How much
I've had a tea reading before, but a tea cup reading, but I've never had I've never had a coffee cup reading, ground reading. And so as well, I was just totally amazed. I just love the name Coffee Cup Coaching because it makes me feel comfortable because we're going to have a coffee together sort of thing.
Right.
And then how your intuitiveness really, and the coaching, I could tell that the two together, like when you've seen something in the cup, then you could embellish on it because of your coaching skills.
That's true. That's true.
And
I think we both use the same technique to bring together from the ground and from the toes what the other person really need to learn and about themselves and how they need to release or how they need to step up. I say step up, get away, turn away, learn something, have an aha moment, It's amazing how it works, right?
yeah.
So let me ask you, what you see in the right foot. What is the right foot, the meaning of the right foot?
So it depends if you're left-handed or right-handed. So if you're right-handed, then the right foot is all about the world side. That's about how you're walking in the world with other people, with your work, your family, who you are, who you became, or who you show people you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the left foot would be your personal, who you are. So that's your masculine. The other one's your feminine. Mm-hmm. So it's the opposite way around. So your feminine side is the left, and your masculine, so that's your working, your go out, all your jobs and.
Right. So that's if you are right-handed.
Yes. So it kind of goes, and then I will test it because some people use both hands, but it's your most dominant hand. Mm-hmm. So then often the idea is to have, to kind of be that same person in the world and your personal. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we become what people want us to be. And then we have our personal side that we want people to understand about us. But sometimes it's difficult to create that balance. And that's what we're always striving for. And so when the toes, we want the toes to be going straight ahead. But if they just veer off one way or another, it's not right or wrong. It's just awareness. It's clearly awareness. Right. And sometimes our feet have a memory, and they have a past, and they want to stay there because they've learned how to be. We've learned how to be that person. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's just really awareness for us.
It's amazing. So let's get with the toes. Let's say, what is the most, like you did this for so long, what you think people like to know from their toes? We can't go, we don't have time to sit down and go for every toe, but what is the predominant things in toes? Let's start with the right or the left foot, whatever, and just tell us, like the big foot, the big toe, what it means, and the different things that you know about it. And maybe you can pick one extra toe. We don't have to go through all of them. That means a lot to people on daily life, on their.
Okay. The most important toe of ours is the destiny toe, which is our big toe. That one really shows us which direction, where we are in our life. Are we going forward? Are we stuck in the past, or are we on our path? So that's called our destiny toe. So that toe really guides. It's our guide. It's our showing us, it's sort of like our compass, right? And so then that toe really sets the stage for the rest of the feet, really. And so, and it would just quickly go, the second toe is a communication toe, and then the third is the fire toe, the fourth is the relationship toe, and the small one is there's abundance and there's a trust toe, so on each side. But we kind of read them together. And so all those also have each element. So it's the ether, and then the air, fire. Yeah, we call it the fire toe is the do it or not toe. The relationship's all about water and flow in your life. And then the baby toes are all about grounding, about your childhood, about prosperity and abundance, and trusting the self and other people. So all those things are in our feet, and it's very interesting because it's the lines, the curvature, the size of the nails, all tell us something about each of those elements on each of those toes.
Amazing, no?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I was really amazed when you looked at my big toe and you said, oh, early life, there is a line, a deep groove, and you said you must have been through something, and you went on to explain, and it's like, wow, how did she know that from that groove? And then there was another groove. Oh boy, look again. Yes, another groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we start to learn to love those lines because we've learned from those lines and we've grown from from those lines. And then, like, also I've learned to start loving the lines on my feet that are closer to who I am today, because I realize that I'm a different person today through growth and through those experiences and maybe those hardships. And our feet have a memory and they record stories. It's like having a report card. It's the report card from your soul. That's what a toe reading is. It's a report card from us. And by someone having them read, it's just awareness and we were actually taught even to read the feet with a blindfold on. So that was teaching us to get in touch with our intuition, because each of us have intuition, just as you do and I do. Everybody has it, but sometimes we just have different tools that awaken that within us.
Right.
And that's all about the trust, right? And I mean, when I had to do that in the training, I'm more trustworthy of myself today than I was at that point, believe me. But I realized that yes, it's a lot to do with, I find for me, I have a lot to do with eye contact. As well as I connect with the feet, then I really come up and I connect with the person. So the feet are a tool. A tool to connect to human beings.
And it's amazing how we as coaches, we find our own way, our own tool to really connect with people, because people don't understand what coaching is all about. They're so quick to go to counseling and spend years and years and years going. And all what it takes is probably 2-3 sessions with us, and boom, they are right on their feet and going, And so the tools we use, for me, I was scared of it in the beginning. I didn't want to do this. It's like, my gosh, I spent so much time to be a coach. How can I do this? But then I realized this is really how I connect to people. This is how I know right now what they're going through, Exactly. And then I could see the road to the future. And if they went this way, what will happen? If they went that way, what will happen? Or what's holding them behind? Many times I see people, what's holding them behind is so in there in the cup, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I'm really excited about this. I want to let people, one thing I want to ask you before we end, the relationship toe. let's say something to people about their toe. Give them a little idea. If their toe is straight, if their toe is under the other toe, it is if the nail curving, if the nail is flat, if the nail is, I don't know, whatever. You have any ideas? So people can look at their toe, that toe, that toe. We're not going to go through all of them, just that toe. Which foot, if they are right-handed or if they are left-handed, and which toe it is, let them look at and let them see for themselves what you're talking about.
Well, a good one, actually, I think, to really look at that kind of really shows us simply would be our fire toe, which is called our do it or not toe. That would be the third toe over. And that one really shows us the length of the toe would show us if our ambition, is the toe a little bit shorter? And it can say, if your toe is shorter, then that's saying you might have to push yourself a little bit more. If the toe is long, it means that you're very ambitious and that you can just, you need to just follow through.
Now, which toe is this? This is the one next to
the third toe. So the big one, the second one, and the third one.
Oh, the middle one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that one is the easiest kind of to look at. The relationship toe is a little bit more in depth for someone to help you a little bit more with. But I think that fire toe, which fire, it means like to get things going. And we call it do it or not toe. So it would be the size of the nail. Is the nail a big size? Is it pointing towards the big toe, or is it pointing the curvature of the nail? Does it go towards the little toe? If it was going, the nail it's a nice size, but it's kind of looking backwards. It shows me that it has a memory. So a memory of maybe the time that you couldn't do something in your life. Maybe you were held back. Maybe someone told you that you weren't enough. Maybe someone told you you couldn't be a business owner. You couldn't be what you wanted to be. But now the beliefs can change. So that's when I can teach a person how to manicure the toe so it looks like it's going forward. So the toenail might want to go backwards. That's the memory. But if we manicure the toenail so it goes forward, then our life can always go forward. So we remember that, and our foot remembers that, but we can actually teach, and we're actually just teaching ourselves to go forward, that we are bigger, and we have it inside of us to step out of our old beliefs that no longer serve us. We can make new beliefs. We're not our story. And that's really about the coaching, right? Is that we're not our story. We were in that story at one point, but we can create our own story today. And that's what we're doing. And the guidance of people like you, like me, I mean, there's so many people that do so many unique ways of connecting us. And you just have to try. You got to try different things, and it's surprising sometimes what you'll get from different people. And it's about trust, right? Trusting the process and trusting yourself to step into it. And I think that's what I want people to do, is just to step. I mean, I was nervous when I had my first toe reading. I was thinking, what was just another thing they've come up with? But it's not. It's the beginning of reflexology is what toe reading is. And the lady that invented toe reading, she was a reflexologist, and then she realized the feet were speaking to her. And it was just connecting. And so that was her way of developing it. And then she wanted to share that and let that go, just like we want to. We want to touch so many women, men, people in this world to heal and to feel as good as we feel.
Right.
And to be able to do that thought process in not such a heavy way anymore, in a light, beautiful way, and to believe in ourselves and trust in ourselves And then through that, we can trust in other people. And then we get to meet people like you and I met each other and try these different online tools and give ourselves a chance. And sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it does. Like the technology, I mean. Yeah. It's learning.
Technology works sometimes with us older people, you know.
Yeah. That's when you feel that.
Time, you know, so I have hard time with it too. But you know what I realize? Fear consumes so many people, and we all have it in us. We all have a gift, whatever that gift is. If we can get passionate about it, if we can really sit in meditation and just try to figure out what is it that we are so passionate about, that give us that joy, that and if we take it, to grab it and do something with it, we will be successful. And once you decide, it is funny how the universe works, then things just fall in place. It's like people fall right in your path. Animals, you know, and sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm shocked to see certain animals in my way. And I'll go right away to my phone and I Google it and I want to know what is the meaning of it. Something happened yesterday. My brother texted and said, my dad is in the hospital and an ER room, and I kind of got worried. And I was in a rush to finish my last patient, get out of work. And I went and I clocked out. It was 4:44.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and once I clocked in, I never look at the time though, but for yesterday I looked, and I kind of got taken back. I'm like, 4:44, what that mean? And I opened my phone and I Google it, and you know, and it said, your angels are right there. Don't worry about nothing. Everything gonna be okay. So it is funny. So I left and to go to the hospital straight from work. I said, let me call the hospital. I called and the lady said, oh, they're working on discharging your dad. He's going home. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll call him in a bit then. I'm not going to the hospital no more. So life has a way of giving us signs and signals for us to learn. And fear only hold us behind. And I learned that in life. And when things get tough, I say, okay, it was tougher than that, and we managed to make it, go through it, and be okay. And so it is not gonna be not okay unless we made it not okay, right? It's beautiful. So tell the people who's gonna see this, just in case anybody would like to have a reading, a soul to soul reading, toe reading with you. I can't forget the toe. I mean, this is amazing. Where they can find you?
Well, I'm on Facebook. My business is called Heartfelt Healing, Heather's Heartfelt Healing. I have a page on Facebook, as well as I can be contacted over text or the email. My email is heatherscr@hotmail.com, and we will connect up somehow. We'll make a plan.
What I'm gonna do once I download this, I will put all this information on top. If somebody like to experience this wonderful gift, and probably they can. Okay, they will contact you. Okay.
I think it's important too, before we close, is how we talked about just having fun. Like everything, sometimes people take it so serious, and it is about really sharing your personality, right? And it's about just having fun with it, and not being so structured and stiff. It's just fun, and you know, it's fun just to connect with someone new. Right. And I've certainly enjoyed it myself, and look where the world's taken us with technology and computers, phones. We can look on our phone, like you said, like we wonder about something, we can look it up immediately. Like how blessed, we're so blessed. Yes. With all these tools that we can understand it.
And you know what? You are all the way up in Canada, and here I am in Florida, and we connected, and we had a fun time. We laughed, we joked, we played, and we did the readings, and we were serious. You know, it depends on what we're talking about in the reading, but it was fun. It was really amazing. You know, I really enjoy it. And I'm going to invite everybody who see this. I'll put it on my YouTube video channel too. So if anybody else will like to, this is amazing. This will be good. I love it. I really enjoyed it myself. It is fun. It is fun. But I want to put my toes up here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fix them to look really nice and really good in life, and then boom, I'll post my toes up there.
Yeah, and you made yours all pretty before you even knew it, because your life was getting prettier all the time.
I know.
There's no preparation. Yeah.
And I'm looking at the feet. I still look at my feet, and the toe, the middle toe that was curved under toward the toward my big toe, and I kept looking every day. I said, you know, like this one was the right one was really curved underneath. Today it is not.
Wow.
And I said a little bit, but not like the other day. And I'm thinking, oh wow, I must have released quite a bit in those 2 days. You know, I'm not hiding. I'm not trying to hide no more, you know. It's kind of, I really thought about what we talked about, and it's like, you know, I need to get out there. I don't need to hide no more.
And it's interesting because you're really looking at yourself. You're paying attention to your body.
I'm
right?
paying attention to my toes.
And that's your life. Yeah.
And now I said to myself, I'm not gonna do my toes. I'm gonna go to a special person. I'm gonna tell them, this is how I want you to cut my nails.
Yeah.
You manicure them this way, and I want them to look that way, you know. So you're really thinking about it, and this is what you put the thoughts into, the meaning. And this is what you put your thoughts and the meaning of these things together, and what happened? You make it happen. All out of sudden, it appear. Yes. Well, it is so good having you. It's so good talking to you. I'm gonna download this video and I'll send it to you. And what I want you, well, I will put all the info on top of it. Okay? If you want.
Thank you for talking with me today and exchanging energy. It was great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was nice. So just send me all the info on Facebook so I can post it up on it. Okay?
Excellent.
Take care.
Okay,
And
thank
we
you.
should stay in touch. I really enjoy talking with you.
Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.